Some of the top players in the world, including Gaku, have been absolutely crushing it with Super Dragons in Legend League and in Wars and CWL recently, and I want to show you guys how they're doing it, so let's dive in. Let me give you a brief rundown of the army before we go ahead and dive into a replay. I just want to show you off the equipment. Luckily, this is not a very expensive army. The only epic equipment that we're going to be using is the Rocket Spear, and this is definitely a must-have. If you have the Rocket Spear level, honestly, level 9 is good enough because you're going to get 8 shots off. You might have to rage your Royal Champion in order to get the value that you want with the Rocket Spear, but at level 18, it becomes really good, and that's when it becomes very usable for this army. With your Queen, you're going to want the Unicorn, the Giant Arrow, and a Healer Puppet. You're going to have the 3 healers from the Healer Puppet, the 1 extra one that you've got in your army, and then the Unicorn. So you're basically going to have a mini Queen charge going around the outside of the base to clean up a lot of the trash buildings. This army does not have a lot of cleanup. Luckily, it's fast, so time is almost never an issue. With the Warden, you've got the Owl. This is going to be like an extra Coca-Loon plus a little bit of extra damage. And the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome. I definitely recommend the Healing Tome over the Rage. And then you've got the Minion Prince. And as long as your Dark Orb is leveled up to 12, I would say that's good enough. You don't need it to be super, super high level. You basically just want it to freeze and delay a lot of the damage from some of the defenses in the base. And then the Henchman Puppet, I wouldn't worry about that being leveled up much at all. You're going to have a lot of stuff to tank mines for your Minion Prince, for your Warden, for your Super Dragons. So don't worry about that too much. You've got your 10 Loons, you've got your Super Dragons, your Healer. I'm going to explain how to use all of those in the replay. So let's go ahead and get into that. One of the things I want to show off with this Super Dragon attack is just how flexible it is, and I want to talk to you about the synergy between the Queen with the Giant Arrow, the Royal Champion with the Rocket Spear, and the Recall spell. Now, normally, at Town Hall 17, I'm seeing a lot of these bases where the Town Hall is very far off to the edge. Now, there are 2 ways that you can set your funnel for your Super Dragons with this, right? You can use a Giant Arrow across the middle of the base, recall your Queen, set her like somewhere else in order to kind of completely funnel on the other side, and then these buildings will be gone, and then the Super Dragons will go into the middle. Or with this attack, what you can do is put your Royal Champion down here, just snipe the Town Hall with the Rocket Spear, recall her out, then use your Giant Arrow through the middle of the base with the Queen, and then you have the funnel set with there. So you can really use your recall spell with your Royal Champion or your Queen, and you've got an extra healer. With the Unicorn, it's almost like having 5 healers with your Queen. So you have a mini Queen charge of sorts to go on. And now the skeleton spell that you can see here is typically used with the Queen in order to get her to get more value, right? To distract the ricochet cannons or the single infernos or the ground X spells or things like that. So you have lots of ways that you can set funnels with this attack. You can use your Queen on both sides if there are air defenses in a lot of buildings where you can set a good funnel on the outside of the base where the Queen can reach. Or if there's not and you can snipe a Town Hall or something else, you can absolutely do that here. Let me show you this replay, and that's exactly what I do with this attack. I just put my Royal Champion down here, and there's a really cool trick, by the way. As soon as your Royal Champion becomes visible, you're going to freeze the Town Hall, and then by the time the freeze wears off, the Royal Champion's going to go invisible again, and she won't take any damage from the Town Hall before you recall her. Recall, don't take any damage from the Town Hall, because now, keep in mind, at Town Hall 17, she does not outrange the Town Hall with the Rocket Spear anymore. So that's important to know. Now, I sniped the air sweepers here, mostly just to set a good funnel. I come in from a side where it doesn't even matter anyway, so the sweepers wouldn't have mattered either way. But let me show you, you can, with the Super Dragons, they're so tanky, right? So much more health than a regular dragon or an E-Dragon or anything like that, that you can actually delay using your Warden ability just a little bit. The balloons are mostly there to just soak up a whole bunch of traps. So I'm going to wait until I get into the core of the base when the monolith is hitting like something that's really important. I'm going to use it right here. Keep in mind, you have a bunch of freezes and a bunch of rages that you can just use kind of liberally. You want to use them more towards the beginning of the raid before everything kind of putters out. Again, I'm going to freeze the monolith here. I use the Royal Prince ability, or the Minion Prince ability rather, to kind of freeze a whole bunch of stuff on the back end. I'll ×2 it through the rest of this example. I'm going to take this into Legend League though, so I can show you guys how this attack works, but Gaku has been absolutely crushing it with this attack lately, and I wanted to show it off. This one, it almost looks like it kind of fizzles out towards the end here on this raid, but I have 3 heroes alive, and I had about 45 seconds left at the end of this raid, so really it wasn't as close as it might seem coming down to this attack right here. But let's go into Legend League, and we'll try this out. All right, we're ready. Legend League, here we go. Let's go ahead and dive into the first attack. Now, I want to find out, first of all, fortunately, this is one of the ones where I cannot. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to use a flame flinger somewhere because I didn't bring any blimps or balloons or anything, unfortunately. So let's find a place where I can put my flame flinger. If it gets a couple of shots from the mortar, that is totally fine. Let's just put it over here. And then what I'm going to do is... Please tell me that triggers this invis down here. Perfect. We are going to use the Royal Champion to just snipe this Town Hall really quickly. Let's recall her. We're going to rage the Queen here, and I'm going to actually freeze that single Inferno once it kind of starts to get a little bit raged up or whatever. And then let's put a Super Dragon right over here. Perfect. That's going to get that. Obviously, the Queen's going to go down here in just a second, but let's go ahead and put our balloons down. This. Minion Prince, Royal Champion, or not Royal Champion. Warden, rather. And then we're going to just go ahead and kind of go through here. Let's see. Let's use our Warden ability right now. I'm going to just rage up this Inferno, or this Super Dragon, just so that I know that that Monolith goes down. Flame Flinger is still getting good value. I still have the Minion Prince ability. Let's go ahead and use that now. And I'm going to just send my Headhunter in this direction, hoping that it will at least get some of those things slowed down just a bit. Alright, keep in mind we have a Super Dragon and some balloons in the Flame Flinger that will pop out and kind of help clean everything up too. It looks like we should be good, even though I totally forgot to bring the right siege machines with this attack. I guess a Flame Flinger is going to be good, basically no matter what, right? But yeah, definitely recommend a balloon and a blimp. So the Stone Slammer and the blimp, definitely take those. Yeah, we've got a bunch of Super Dragons left over. Holy cow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and the Minion Prince is healthy. Keep in mind, the Minion Prince has the Phoenix on him, so if he goes down, he'll come back and he'll do a whole bunch of damage. The Minion Prince does so much damage. Like, watch this to a Ricochet Cannon here. That's insane how much damage the Minion Prince does. And we still got a bunch of time, too. This is crazy. Wow. Well, there you go. That's how you do it. All right, let's try it out on another attack now that I've got the right siege machines in my inventory. Let's go ahead and see if we can do this the right way. I'm trying to think where I even want to start this time. Is there any way, any world where I can get that monolith? Where are the sweepers pointing? Okay, we've got like one on each side, kind of. Okay, this is the plan. I don't know if this is going to work out this way, but... Oh, I was hoping we could get that air defense first. Okay, get the Fire Spitter and the Monolith. That would be so sick. Okay, let's just get you out of there. I don't really care about that Wizard Tower very much. That sets a good funnel. We're going to put one Super Dragon over here just to go ahead and do that. And I want to trigger this Invis. Maybe if I can, well, snipe the Sweeper. Oh, I was so close. Not quite. Okay, let's put a wall breaker down. Okay, we're gonna rage here. Oh, an Inferno Dragon in the CC. You don't really see that very often. Oh, my CC kind of got wrecked. Okay, we're gonna Warden ability now that these guys are getting into the core. We're gonna do one here too. And the core should go down pretty quick at this point. Okay, let's go ahead and just freeze that Sweeper kind of on the back end, and then we'll just freeze right here, and I think we should be okay. We're going to put the Royal Champion here with these guys. We'll freeze up this little CC here, or the little heroes, I mean, and hopefully we can get that. And we should be good. Wow, this one actually is so crushed. Oh my gosh. What the... And Minion Prince has the Phoenix, so that doesn't even matter if he goes down. And yeah, we're gonna finish this one with like a minute left in the attack. We've got the Queen, the Warden still full health. The Royal Champion is there. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. All right, let's keep going. These, man, these dragons feel really, really good. As far as setting a funnel here, there's a sweeper, fairly easy to snipe. I will probably do the Royal Champion first and then recall her and then do that. Or I guess I could save my Rocket Spear ability and let's go ahead. We'll recall the Queen. Okay, we do get that air defense. I just want to get like a couple more buildings. I don't need to get everything here. Maybe I can get that air defense. Nope, we're heading the wrong way. Let's go ahead and set the Queen on the other side with the extra healer. We're going to put one Coco in there too. And then I'm going to just put a couple of balloons here and a Super Dragon. The balloons are mostly to help so that my Super Dragon doesn't die instantly. Let's go ahead and put these down now. We're going to freeze that air defense. I just don't want it doing too much damage to me. And then where do I put my Royal Champion? I'm actually going to put her over here, and we're going to have her deal with the Monolith. Okay, Warden ability now seems like a really good idea. Okay, let's pop the Minion Prince ability. Let's go ahead and raid you guys up. Royal Champion's doing some really good work over there. And let's go ahead and raid you guys up right over here. Okay, let's see if we can get some more damage right here. Okay, we get the Archer Queen down. We're going to get that multi-archer tower down. And then I'm not even going to invest any more to the Minion Prince because he's going to come back as a Phoenix and still do a whole bunch of stuff there. And we've got a ton of Super Dragons left. I mean, you guys see how much is left? I think the Queen is still, yeah, Queen's still alive too. Minion Prince is going to get that Archer tower. We're going to just, I guess we'll freeze this. That way I know my Queen doesn't die, even though I don't think she would have anyway. And we're going to swag a wall breaker. Didn't really need it. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I really don't have a whole lot of experience with air-based armies other than Lalo, but Lalo works very differently than Dragons. I mean, you guys all know that. This is very, very easy to use and insanely OP. This is one of the very few armies where I almost 3-starred every one of my bases in a friendly challenge the very first try. I failed on the very last base twice before I 3-starred, but then I realized I can just snipe the town hall with my Rocket Spear. So this army really is insanely strong for how good it is. Definitely recommend. Look how much is left over. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to include a link for this army in the description, obviously, but you guys should definitely check out Gaku's YouTube channel. He is a much better Super Dragon player than me, and you guys will get some more insight on how to use this army really well. But honestly, this army, surprisingly, I wasn't expecting this, gets a 10 out of 10 in terms of how easy it is and how strong it is and how cheap it is with the hero equipment. It really is insane. The only thing that a lot of people now have access to is just the Minion Prince leveled up all the way right now. But if you can get the Minion Prince and use it with this army, it is insanely good. Very surprising. So definitely use this army. Highly recommend. And we'll see you guys next time.